Hello.
All right. What's your name and what do you do?
My name is Kiki Gomez, and I am the founder of the fitness brand Campmode.
Double jab, jump around them sides. We gonna show them how you gotta slow down.
I grew up in Los Angeles, California, in a small town called Laverne. For the past 15 years, I've worked in advertising as a creative director, and producer, and am the CEO of the creative agency, The Roster. My grandfather was a Golden Gloves boxer from Cuba, so at a young age, I would always witness him shadow boxing in our living room, talking about boxing, watching boxing, the man obsessed over the sport. So I naturally gravitated toward the sport at a young age and totally fell in love with the sweet science. About 12 years ago, I stepped foot into a boxing gym in Santa Monica and have just been addicted since. Boxing has become my church, it's become my therapeutic outlet. That is why I have fallen in love with boxing. I travel a lot for work, and when I do, I make it a very big priority to find the nearest boxing gym to where I'm staying at. I've been to so many gyms around the world, and the one thing I've noticed that every gym has in common is this old school, outdated, rotary, wall-mounted boxing hand wrap roller. Every gym I've ever been to has one, some of them have multiple. 3 years ago, this random idea just popped in my head. I wondered if anybody had ever created an electronic version of this tool. So I went down the rabbit hole and did a big Google search for months trying to find anything remotely close to being created, and I couldn't find anything. So I hired a patent attorney, and they did a patent search, and little behold, no one had ever created one. So I decided to go down the path of creating the first electronic, rechargeable, wall-mounted boxing hand wrap roller. Luckily, with my network of working in the advertising industry, I had product designers, electronic engineers, and mechanical engineers all at bay. So we worked on this for about 3 years, and we're calling it the iWrap. And the iWrap rolls 2,800 plus hand wraps on a full charge. It rolls a hand wrap in just 10 seconds, and it takes 2 to 3 hours to fully charge from 0 to 100%. It is a major solution for the boxing community. It is a step in modernizing the sport, and I think it's just a great tool that will benefit the whole community as a whole. The name Campmode is a term widely used within the athletic industry, and especially within the fight community. The term means an intense, focused preparation. About 5 years ago, I went through a very deep, dark depression. My wife and I found out we were unable to conceive children naturally. My grandmother, who I was very close to, passed away. Someone near and dear to me was diagnosed with cancer. So it really did a number on me and took me into a really dark place. I ended up using alcohol to cope with my feelings, which ended up just driving me down a hole even further. One day I decided to pull up my bootstraps and get some help and seek therapy, and really focused on myself, doing as much self-care as I possibly could. You know, it's crazy because my therapist told me something that was very meaningful to me that changed my life. People in life, as they become adults, they tend to start putting things for themselves on the back burner. You have a job, you have kids, you have all these responsibilities as you get older. And what really happens when you start doing that is you start to resent yourself because you're not accomplishing the things that you, as an individual, want to do. His advice to me was, if people would just start doing the things that they want to do for themselves and start putting themselves first, it is essentially making you a happier person. And when you are a happier person, that is the version the world is getting, the best version of you. So I treated the next 3 months of my life as if I was in a boxing training camp, and really hyper-focused on myself and self-care and trying to get myself better and not letting anything in life get in the way of that. And from what happened from 3 months extended to 6 months, and then from 6 months extended to 9 months, and from 9 months extended to a year, and now it's just been my life. I live in camp mode. I am the best version of myself every single day, and it is because that I decided to seek help and get therapy and put myself first. Our brand ethos is a bit different from your traditional Nikes, Gymsharks, Adidas, Reebok. Those traditional brands love to focus their marketing ethos on the athlete winning the big game, which is awesome. But any athlete will tell you the real work starts in training camp. So Campmode's marketing ethos will focus on the training phase of sports. 10% of all of our proceeds will be going to an adaptive sports nonprofit. My brother-in-law Brent was born with cerebral palsy and is very involved in the adaptive sports community, and it's very near and dear to my heart. So we are very involved in that community as well. Campmode isn't just a brand, it's a lifestyle. I see the brand organically moving into verticals such as performance institutes, fitness and health app, promotional events, and a digital series. The sky is really the limit for this brand, as we have the ability to move into any lane we really want to. Boom!